Philippa. I'm a peer supporter at Blind Mums Connect, and I'd like to talk you through making up a bottle from scratch using talking scales. So in front of me I have got my kettle, and the water in it has only been left to cool for 15 minutes. That's the longest you really want to leave it, because formula powder is not sterile and you need the hottest water possible to kill off bacteria that remains in the formula. So a brief note about bottles, because I've got my bottle in front of me as well. I have a wide necked bottle, but it's really helpful if you can to go and feel the bottles before you buy, because some mums prefer a wide necked bottle like I've got, because it gives them more area to aim for with the kettle. So it's really good idea to go and have a look. And I've also got a square of kitchen paper because making formula is messy. I've got my talking scales and I've got my tub of formula. So I'm going to go ahead and pour the water, and you always measure the water first, because if you make any mistakes, it's easier to chuck it away or to go up to the next ounce if you need to, and you're not wasting powder, etc, etc. So do the water first. I'm going to do it in ounces because it's usually a scoop of formula to 1 ounce of water, and you must check your tin to make sure that that is the case with yours, but usually that's the case. And you also must use the scoop provided in your new tin of formula each time you buy one, not keep the old scoop. So I'm going to put my scales on.
0.
Now when I put the bottle on,
1 ounce.
it's going to weigh it, and you don't want it to do that. You don't want the weight of the bottle included in your measurement of your water. So you
0.
press it to 0, pick up the kettle, and
0.
as gently as possible you can touch where the bottle is and line it up with the kettle and pour. And
1 ounce.
mine's beeping every half an ounce, and I want 2 ounces, so
1.5 ounces. 2 ounces.
okay, I've got 2 ounces. If I'd have gone over, I would have gone up to the next ounce. So if I'd have gone to 2.5, I would have gone to the next ounce rather than tip it all away and start again, because then you muck up the scales and you have to take out the weight of the formula bottle, and it's just very complicated. So I'm going to take that off, turn those off and move them out of the way. So I've got my 2 ounces. Now this formula tub, on the inside it's got a little flat place, and that is used to level off your scoop of formula. So when you measure out the powder, don't be afraid to touch it. It's not sterile, it's fine, you can touch it. And when you are leveling it off, instead of patting it down with your fingers and trying to get it level with your fingers, there's this handy little thing inside the formula tub so that you can scrape it off. And it's important that, because you don't want to push down on the formula and pat more in than you need to, otherwise you'll get the ratio of powder to water wrong. So I'm just using, I've scooped out the formula and I've just used the little leveler inside to level it off so it's nice and flat, but it's not packed down. I'm going to put it into the bottle and repeat the process. Scoop it out, level it off, and then tip it into the bottle. Tap it so I make sure that the excess has gone in. It's got a handy clip on the top of my formula lid, so I'm going to put my scoop on there so I know it's in there for next time. And then I'm going to put my lid and teat on my bottle, and I'm going to shake it, but I'm not going to shake it from up and down. I'm going to shake it from side to side, because if you shake it up and down, all the powder goes straight up into the teat and blocks the teat. So shake from side to side until it's mixed. And if you want to cool it down now for the baby, then you need to put it either in a jug of cold water or you run it under the cold tap. And to test the temperature, just take the lid off and pour a little bit of the milk onto the back of your hand. And if you can feel it, then it's still too hot. It roughly should be skin temperature. and that should be the ideal temperature for the baby to drink. So I hope that's been helpful. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to get in contact with us. All our peer supporters are trained in bottle feeding as well as breastfeeding. So if you need any help, we'll be happy to have a chat with you and help you out. Thank you.